Now on to our big question, or should I say questions, because this week we're going to play a game that we're calling Love, Tolerate, Kill. I'm going to list 3 things, for example, SRAM, Shimano, or Campag, and you're going to have to pick which one you love, which one you tolerate, and which one you'd kill off entirely if you could. So it's basically snog, marry, avoid, but we're changing it up because no one wants to imagine you snogging group sets, even though I've caught you doing it before in the shop. So first up, in Love, Tolerate, Kill, we are going to do that example. SRAM, Shimano, Campag. Which one do you love? Which one do you tolerate? And which one would you kill off?
This is a hard one because it's dependent on my stage of my life and stage of what they are producing. So if you ask me 10 years ago, it was die hard, never loved anything more, would have tattooed it on my chest, Campag.
It's not even 10 years ago because when I first met you, which is like 4, 5, 6, whatever it is years ago, you were just like, you have to get a Campag group set and you have to get a Cinelli bike. You were like Mr. Italy when it comes to bikes.
I loved Campag so much. From the first day I started riding a bike, I loved it. I loved it more than anything. I would have tolerated Shimano back then and I hated SRAM. Really just didn't like it. I didn't like the double tap. Personal preference. And I think it's what you get used to and the way it worked.
Did you know what? I'm exactly the same as you. So 10 years ago, I had Campag and I thought it was gorgeous. I raced on Shimano because it just worked better and I wouldn't ever have even considered SRAM. Although SRAM at that time was the lightest group set. But it was so expensive that I was just like, oh, I want it because I was obsessed with weight. But it's so expensive, I'm just going to get my Shimano deal on Wiggle.
Yeah, I was stubborn as well, I think, because SRAM was something new back then that it wasn't, Now, if you ask me, I love SRAM. I love SRAM more than anything. I'm enjoying it more. It just works. It's just, with years and years and years of doing stuff, it just works better. I know loads of people disagree with this. I can tolerate Shimano at the moment just because they make a good product. I feel that some of their business practices are dubious and for me, and the durability isn't there. And I hate Campag at the moment.
You hate them?
Yes.
Good job you didn't get that tattoo.
No, I'd kill off Campag. I know it's a good thing. At the moment, and the reason is that they just do, it's just slow to progress. And the new group set's so expensive, the wireless group set uses 2 different batteries. Was it last year or the year before they tried to sell me the new gravel wheels they made? And it's got open ball bearings. And I told them that doesn't last up here. And I got told, just think how much money you can make servicing the wheels for customers. And I was like, that's just not a actual way of doing things because you're not. I can't sell somebody a set of wheels for over £1,000 and then have to service them every 2 or 3 months to keep them on. They'll never buy anything off me again. So that's
a terrible sales pitch from them, isn't it?
I know. Well, it wasn't from Campag. That was from the rep.
Right.
I'm with you. I'm kill on Campag because they're just so. They are without a doubt the most beautiful group set out of all of the group sets. Top end Campag group sets are just beautiful. They're just beautiful. If I was going to build a beautiful bike to put on a wall, it would probably have Campag on it. I'm never going to do that.
I would still buy a 12-speed super record mechanical group set, room brake.
Yeah, 100%.
I love it. Yeah, for a room brake bike is Campag, 100%. I wish they can turn around. I feel now that Wiggle is gone or going or what's happening with Wiggle. I hope Campag can come back and actually start looking after the small bike shops again. Forget about the big onlines because those are the people that built them over the last 50 or 60 years was traditional bike shops. Come back and help them. Do more things. Speak to them. See what they want. Don't just randomly make things without actually discussing it with bike shops and turn around. But at the moment, it's kill.
I'm kind of torn between SRAM and Shimano at the minute because I like SRAM, I like Shimano. I've used both of their group sets pretty extensively across all of their mid to top end range. That's most of their group sets, especially with the stuff that we've been doing with Cade Media over the last 12 months or however long it is. I was a massive SRAM fanboy over the last probably 2 years, probably influenced by you quite significantly. I've used some more Shimano stuff recently and I'm really enjoying it. Or more, I mean, what I hadn't used until more recently was Shimano Di2 stuff, and the Di2 is very good. So I'm a bit torn, and I think for the purpose of this conversation, I'm going to tolerate SRAM and love Shimano.
I love a new Shimano as well, but my thing from in the bike shop is after about 6 months or 9 months, especially with the gravel group sets, ride the bike, it just never works again like it did originally, and that's my problem with it.
Next one is Di2, ETAP, and mechanical shifting. I want to say kill mechanical shifting.
Really?
Yes, love Di2, tolerate ETAP. But I do love mechanical shifting. However, if I have the opportunity to never own a mechanical shifting bike again, apart from a retro, modern, sexy steel bike build like my Moss bike, then that should still have mechanical rim brakes on it like it does.
Surely you can't get rid of mechanical shifting. Like, it works fine. It's less expensive. Like, talking about bikes for the masses.
Well, yeah, I know, but like, what I'm saying is I'm converted to electric shifting because it's lush. It is proper lush. But
Spoiled.
well, yeah.
Yes.
What I always said.
That's true, but I can't deny it. So I think we need to stop thinking of groups as specific. Let's just think of the way it works. It's 100% love ETAP because it's fully wireless and the batteries are interchangeable and easily sorted. We're going to have to tolerate Di2 because electronic shifting is still good, but the battery is internal, which causes you issues if it dies on a ride because you can't carry a spare. And the shifters with the two buttons being close to each other is terrible. And we're going to have to kill mechanical shifting because eventually it's gone. We killed off the penny farthing.
No.
We are going to kill off mechanical shifting
I
eventually.
refuse to believe it.
It's just one of those things. There are some good mechanical shifts back. 9-speed Euro Ace, beautiful group set. 10-speed Record Titanium, beautiful group set. All 8-speed group sets just worked really well. 11-speed was a bit of a failure across the board. It would have worked well when it was new, and then eventually the mechanical just went wrong with pivot play and things like that. Corrosion, cables. Yes, people talk about simplicity of things, but as technology goes, electronics, having to charge things, it's just easier. Fixing your bike, home mechanics is going to become easier. It's much more simplified telling people, click a button. There's apps now to tell you how to set your gears.
To be fair, ETAP is bonkers easy to use, and you could literally move your mechs from one bike to another and it not be an issue.
There was a thing back in the day that said it takes 15 minutes to switch an ETAP group set from one bike to another bike if you didn't have to cut hydraulic hoses.
Yeah.
That was a rim brake version, I think. Yeah.